Murphy. They love their Mountaineers in Morgantown. And in a place known for Yan Dogs and pepperoni rolls, probably some liquid refreshments, the Mountaineer faithful ready to go here in Morgantown. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Baylor Bears, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Bears will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So West Virginia's offense will get the first possession of the game. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all of the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense, their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses a defense. Like, find the weakness.
He's got it! And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Mountaineers want to move quickly.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Mountaineers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass? Try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Baylor... will take the field for the first time. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone. Mix it up, give different looks, because he's a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
Great job by the QB just avoiding a negative play. I know you don't come away with a big completion, but he should have got sacked. I don't know how he was able to get out of that. Great individual effort by him.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big third down. White going to attack through the air. Got him downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Baylor! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. The extra point here would tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Through a tackle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Mountaineers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense. There's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground. He gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
On target to the left. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Once he got some room, it was over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Power football with the run. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. White wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Still running at the 40. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
2nd down, he'll throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Wide open downfield. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bears!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The give to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're going to ride this running back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Here's a heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's the handoff. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Utah State has the lead right now. Logan has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 10 over Colorado State. The moment something changes in this Mountain West fight, you will hear about it here. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Snagged on the outside, it's McConnell. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Receivers work, and wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. White going to attack through the air. looking deep down the right side. Snags it inside the 20. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back.
Hold offense.
They thought they had the lead, and the flag breaks their heart, and now they'll have to try it again. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll operate out of split backs. Going to swing it on second down. He uncorks one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit.
He lost one down the sideline. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Hold offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Bears will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. He gets a block. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo. The play action fake. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the catch, it's Ward. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Mountaineers will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll try the run. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
White wants to throw it. Bring in the heat. Quarterback gets the first down and more. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
The give to the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Bears are moving quickly down the field.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
Quick completion to the right.
The first down pass is complete on the screen. He's brought down at the 38-yard line. Brings up second down.
And the Bears in a good spot here with second and short. Takes the handoff. It's Turner. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll ride the hot hand. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. White going to attack through the air. Working the middle, it's complete. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. The Bears didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He'll do it himself. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter.
It's picked off, and that's number 10.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of there. And it was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Touch pass on the run. Breaks into the open. That's just what the doctor ordered in the running game. He gets it out to the 16 before going out of bounds. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. The Mountaineers moving quickly to the line.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Off the play fake. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. Spins away from the defense. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. Safe completion on the screen. They stop him before he can get to the first down marker, but he does cross the 50, and now to be fourth down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Mountaineers will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Rides the back on the option to give. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. White wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's small. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. They'll give it to the back. Turning it on. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Bears in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Takes the easy completion. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Third down coming in the Morgantown faithful, making it tough on this big play. Gives it on the option. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bears back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's going to take off. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Now from inside the red zone. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
White going to attack through the air. Looking down the middle. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Baylor!
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Morgantown, sign me up for another half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison. Or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's take the old country roads on our way back to Mountaineer Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Mountaineers will kick it off to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Hand off from the shotgun. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
White wants to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big third down. Flips it out on the screen. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bears!
This having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Alexander. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Give to the back. Shakes off the defender. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. The Mountaineers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. And the Mountaineers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
The sure hands, it's Cook. The Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Trying play action. Rush is on him. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Caught near the sticks. It's Ward. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Mountaineers have this offense rolling.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The give on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Mountaineers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Off play action. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Baylor! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. North Texas looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before the year is out. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Mountaineers want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires on the run. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's the pressure. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Running back searching for a hole. There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
He's got an open man. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about.
Hold on.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Line gets set, 1st down. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll run play action. A strike downfield. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The Bears have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown Bears! And the stomping has commenced. There was not a window there. There was not a sliver of light. There was like the eye of a needle to zip that ball in, and somehow he got it in.
No doubt. Defensively, you know it's coming. You know who he's going to, where he's going to. You're in great position, but that guy just makes a play. He makes the touchdown catch. What a throw, what a catch, what trust between QB and wide receiver.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's taking the shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So now it's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Gets it past the marker. They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
1st down, West Virginia.
That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few 1st downs and make something positive happen.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. Keeps it himself and gets the first. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. And the Mountaineers are marching down the field. Got it in the middle. It's Farrell. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. The snap sets up to throw. Makes the catch. It's Shelton. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quickly to the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Mountaineers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Swings it out to his running back. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
And I got to know on offense, right? When I get in this situation down near the goal line, I got to get physical, finish my run forward, not start dancing around, going all over the place and losing yards. That's just bad offense.
Wants to throw again. Looking to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. Touchdown, West Virginia. Great job by the back on the option.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. He'll pull it on the read. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on 2nd down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got it in the middle, it's Williams. He was really bothered by those 2 picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. And listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead, it is
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice game.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
on the ground trying to pull the plug on this clock. Touchdown, Baylor! And the pummeling has started. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Might be changing the route. A run for the quarterback. And into the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. The Bears trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Newton. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Mountaineers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Finds the tight end.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, it's Newton. Swings it out to the flat. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
And the Bears will hustle to the line. To the air on first down. They get to him as he throws. Got him downfield. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
I know this defense feels like they missed some opportunities. Yeah, they had 2 sacks their last game out, but they feel like they left a bunch more out on the field, and they wanted to try to get to the quarterback in this game. That was finally the first time they registered a sack so far here. I'm curious to see how this pass rush looks the rest of the way.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us.